students and staff will like.
You know, when I was in school, you didn't get a meal.
We get our food from many different purveyors. We use 2 different local farmers markets, a local fishmonger, 2 local butchers, Cheney Brothers, which is just right up the road, provides a lot of stuff for us, along with local bread companies, and everything is local.
We deal with about 5 different purveyors. Our main purveyor is Cheney Brothers. And then we have a main produce company, and then we have several other support elements. Smaller companies that bring in certain items.
From the years of me being in this business, I have come up with the people that I feel comfortable with, providing food for you guys, for all the students, making sure that it's healthy and fresh. So I make those choices as to where it comes from.
First year we were here, we did a food tasting, and we brought Cheney Brothers in. And from that tasting, we did a survey. And from the survey, we determined what our menu selections would be based on what the students asked for.
Me and Mr. Bond, we put the menus together weeks, months ahead of time, and we come up with the best to make sure that there's variety. We make sure that it's something that all students and staff will like. And then we get it approved by Mr. Parsons, and we go forward on it.
It was a tough decision to make because, first of all, you've never been into you never done anything like this. Guidelines for private schools are a little different than public schools. There are certain criteria you have to meet in public school that we don't have to in a private school. By surveys. Matter of fact, we just finished one. I'm told over 400 students participated in the survey. They're being formulated right now, and I'll have it on my desk hopefully by Monday. I got a lot of reading to do. But this is good for us because it gives us the summer to dissect all of this and then implement it into our new menu program for the fall semester.
I like to use local companies to support the local community. Also, I know where it's coming from. I know where they grow the lettuce, where they grow the berries, everything. So it's not coming from other states or other countries. That's one of the main reasons why. And also portion control. I can order less, I can order more.
We partnered with the Boy Scouts, and there's a chapter that meets here. What we do, we bought all of their product that they produced out of their garden. He would drop it off here about once a week, and I think we spent something like $500. It was a support thing, and we bought everything that they would bring to us: tomatoes, some greens, just general produce.
I am 100% against them. Well, we feel that by cooking our own food from scratch is a healthier way. You're not going to get any GMOs in your food. It's the healthiest choice for all the students.
Well, the thing about it is a control mechanism. We know by cooking our own food, we know all of the ingredients that goes into it. There are recipes formulated for everything that we make here. The chef has taken the time to implement these recipes. Everybody in the kitchen knows what the ingredients are that goes into every recipe that we put out here. So there's no deviation. Well, oh, today it tastes like this. It's supposed to be the same every day. It better be.
I don't believe we have any health regulations. However, since we do cook everything from scratch, I ensure that everything is healthy. and that everything, again, is fresh. There's no additives, there's no chemicals. You know what you're getting, you know what you're eating, just like a home-cooked meal.
We deal with the health department, and they come in once a month. They do an inspection, and they go through. It's a general inspection actually, and we have to pass certain things. Like when we first opened, the health department had to prove everything that we did. Now periodically they come back and they check. They check the coolers. They check the freezers. They make sure nothing is sitting on the floor. Everything's got to be up at a certain level. All of those things that they watch, and they're pretty tough about it. The temperatures. They'll come in when you're cooking. They'll bring the gauges in and check to make sure the temperature is correct on certain items. They'll go to your hotline, your buffet, your salad bars. They do the same thing.
Definitely the GMOs. Also, I think portion control is a huge part in that.
Starchy foods.
That is not done by me, actually. So,
We have what we call a per diem, per student, per day. Right now, our per diem is like $6.75 per student per day, and we try to keep it within that perimeter. We only do actual food costs, what that food costs coming in. Labor is not factored into that or anything. It's just the food costs. And right now, we're running a pretty good food cost here, because I think we're below $6 per student per day.
organic is can be tough in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to produce and vegetables, fruits, and even whenever you get into meats. But I would say a good 65% of the food is certified organic.
It's not really broken out in that order.
Absolutely.
You know, it's considered.
I think they've changed a lot. I think we've offered a bit more variety to the students and staff. I have some great chefs that work with me that are very, very talented and very creative to come up with different menu ideas, things that I may not be able to come up with. And we all put our heads together with Mr. Vaughn and we come up with some great food options.
It changed somewhat because of we've had 2 surveys in the last year, and the surveys kind of determines, it doesn't give you the true picture of how you do your menus, but what it does from what the input that we get from all of the students, it allows us to take that and feed that into what we think will encompass everything as far as what you want. It has increased a little bit.
I would say a 9.
I would say an 8.
What's your favorite meal here that they serve at Oxbridge?
That they serve here at Oxbridge. Oh my. There's so many. You know what? Probably the chicken parmesan. I've been cooking that since I was yay big, and I'll never change the recipe.
My favorite meal? Meatloaf.